Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Path of Exile. This is Wilfred and I'm playing a level 74 scion, and I'm in a zone that's probably level 60, well I don't know, 65, 66 kind of thing. So I'm kind of out level the whole thing, but I would like to just complete some of this story mode, because I found that it's actually rather rewarding doing story, because sometimes I do get to there's some really nice loot as well, so I'm going to just quickly sort it out. But I think more importantly, I would like to ask you guys for a favor on the what I shall be playing for next week. I think you guys know me well, especially for some of you who has been watching my video and and see how I grow over time thanks to all your tips and so on. So I think you guys really know me, and I would like to know a bit what do you think, which kind of build or class do you think I should be using? Now what are my criteria? I think you know me well. I'm not really into something complicated. I'm not really into too much trading, but I'll probably do a bit more on trading this time around. But I would like to... Oh, hang on. Where are those things? Okay, I would like to use a class whereby I haven't used before. So you've seen me, I've done a witch, I've done a scion. So I would like to anything but these two classes. That would be my first criteria. Ooh, nice picture. Whatever. There was a split of a second. So this is this is good. No, hang on a second. All this corruption thing is really hard. Yeah, and I would like to have some kind of class that is rather easy to gear, not too expensive to gear kind of thing. So that would be probably my criteria. I enjoy area build a lot, so I'm rather lazy actually. I don't know whether you guys notice or not. I'm actually rather lazy. I don't really enjoy rushing or running around like dodging and stuff like that. I just like to I still move around, but I would not move as much more than necessary kind of thing. So yeah, do let me know in the comments box below what kind of build do you think I should be using. If you could link me to some of this as well, that's fine. I don't need meta though. I mean, I'm not really into something OP. By the way, these kind of mobs are pretty hard stuff, man. I died a couple of times, well once, to some of this projectile kind of mob. When I was facing the higher tier. I once though, lost 10% of XP. Ouch. Yeah, so still a lot of fun. Sometimes when things die so fast, actually I also die so fast. When things die so fast, you tend to get a little bit reckless, and that's when you make mistake. You rush into the middle of the room and suddenly everybody's aim at you, and you die within 2 seconds. I couldn't even react to anything on that, so it was yeah, very exciting. I always joke about this, right? You see, all these things are very hard. I always joke about that. I kill them fast, but they kill me really fast as well. So this is really a fair game, I would say. Oh, I need a glove, by the way. Yeah, this is very much a fair game. This is a very fast-paced game. I think. Oh. That was a boss, was it? I kind of forgot what I was doing. Hey, this is one of those things. What for mapping? Is it? I totally forgot what I was making. Why it was how come I have those mobs kind of thing? Yeah, so I have to be a bit careful. Sometimes you tend to forget that all these things are very, very dangerous. When things are suddenly so easy, oh, I can just fall asleep and do it. No, you can't. It's a fair game. And also, very interestingly, after I played this game, because I've been playing a lot of Marvel heroes, you guys know it, thousands of hours with the game. I always thought that the game is a very fast-paced game, but this one is fantastic. It's it's so fast. I mean, you can kill mobs really fast, but mobs can also kill you very fast if you are at the wrong kind of place at the wrong time kind of thing. So it is not just about DPS and whatnot. It's very much about where you are, what mob are you dealing with, are you at the right kind of position or not, are you using a flask well enough or not, stuff like that. it kind of make a difference between life and death. I found that in this game. So it's not necessarily in terms of the mobility, like you can fly or you cannot fly and stuff like that. It is more like yeah, it's more about whether you pay attention to what's on the floor, where are the mobs, what are the mobs doing, and some of these debuff upon you and so on, which flasks to use. So yeah, I mean it's a lot of thinking behind. Very fast. Yeah, and even the walking itself is not slow as well. I mean, if you are starting off, maybe you find this game a little bit slow because you have to gear for some of these, whether things are more responsive or not. Because one of the complaints I heard is that, okay, the character moves slow. See, I have to move out from here. One of the complaints I've heard a lot is about the to play is very clunky to play. But then by default you are not awesome. You have to gear to be awesome. You have to use some of these gems to make your power faster to attack or faster to cast. So all these things are not given to you, and also you have to gear for movement speed as well. Whether you walk a bit faster or not. All these things are, yeah, I mean, passive tree that does it and many other things. But to know when to do what is very important in this game. Sometimes when you make a mistake, you just die in a split of seconds. Really, it's just. But you can't really blame everybody because you can really clearly see what's happening here as well. So if you are reckless and kind of and some of this mob is very interesting. Once you kind of know what they are, you kind of know what you are against. Like, are they throwing all these things onto you? Like with the projectile, it's actually rather hard, the projectile. So yeah, it's a bit of knowledge, a bit of understanding, a bit of pay attention to where things are, what are they doing, kind of thing. That's how I feel. So looking back at this league, what I have accomplished, I think. I'm very happy that this build, the Essence Drain, is performing rather well at endgame. I wouldn't know. I mean, I think compared to my last league, which was my very first league using a witch when I was just doing no idea what I'm doing. I think there was a limitation, on how far I got. Because after a while, I found that I'm not really doing a lot. Kind of what I should be doing, like all the DPS wise and so on. Then I realized that all this build kind of matter as well. I could be creative and do something on my own, but I won't get too far into the end game. I lasted until level 66, I think, and it was getting a little bit difficult to maintain not to be defeated and so on. So there's always something that the build, whether it's good or not, you can only see in end game really. Yeah. So I mean, the first couple of levels is always very easy. You can't really tell whether you are really good or not in terms of build. Whether it's, I think the normal mode is very easy. Cruel getting a little bit harder, but it's not that bad. But I think Merciless, act after act is actually getting harder and harder and so on. Have to have some awareness to it. Have some good build, good kind of gear and stuff like that. So I've learned a lot in this kind of this league, and I've grown a lot as well. I haven't really got to know the crafting yet. I think in the next league I would like to do a bit more on the crafting itself. So okay, this is main boss. Oh man, this is hard. Okay, let me focus a little bit here.
The gift of exile, and you used it to reinvent yourself.
So these are the three bosses. They all have different kind of okay, just let me focus a little bit here. Trap here. Okay, so what happened, man? Oh, this kind of thing is bad, man. It's my worst nightmare, actually.
Have you ever seen the true face of God, Exile?
Okay, so this is no
Die.
good. I see. Okay, let me see.
Shrink not from God, the touch of God.
Just hide behind this thing. I hope it helps.
The light of divinity. Nightmare prevails.
I have nothing more to give.
The touch of God.
Okay, so that is the final stage, I think. Not yet.
This world is an illusion. Exile.
Whew. Okay, final stage. Well, there's a lot of blood, man. Bloody hell, this is hard. Sorry. Scary. This whole anticipation is scary. I have to get out from here, and I think wow, all these things are really hard. Hang on a sec. Okay, so it's good. Well, I mean,
View from where I'm standing
So-
now, Dominus.
so this is Dominus who has sent me in exile. Now, nothing to reach here about really because I'm like this is 67, right? I'm 73, I think, 74. So, I mean, but I think my my goal is not to get defeated because I'll lose 10% of the overall kind of XP. So that is always good to stay alive. You never know. So this is the Lady Diala.
You have mounted the summit
Right,
of the Empire,
so-
not a cock.
Of course.
Whew, that was a bit exciting though. I mean, you know, I always not quite sure. Sometimes I don't know whether you guys feel it or not. It may look kind of easy, but sometimes I'm never quite sure whether I can really make it or not. Sometimes you make a small mistake, you land on somewhere that you shouldn't land, or you know when you click on like you want
I've
to
killed
move,
the
right?
poet. Now I just need to follow the strings to his master.
And sometimes when I click onto the area that I'm pointing on the wrong side, and that kind of like make me, you know, I couldn't move because I was not paying attention to where I'm standing and stuff like that. So, you know, stuff like that, I think it's good. I'm pleased, very pleased. You know, I never take those things for granted though. I mean, although it looks easy, but trust me, it was kind of exciting for me. A lot of things can go wrong. And those times that when things go wrong, you don't see on the video. So now, next league. Well, yes, I was just talking about next league. So yeah, do let me know in the comment box below what kind of build do you think I should be playing, and what would be, you know, fun to watch kind of thing. Doesn't have to OP. Doesn't have to be like, you know, very OP and stuff like that. I'm fine with. I'm fine with. I mean, even for this asset drain, by the way. Looking back, I love it a lot when you get an end game. I think this build is really nice for end game. You know, and also it is. I don't think it's a meta, by the way, because this is a 2.4 patch kind of build that was kind of popular. Now, okay, so this is the bridge, and I intend to open it, but I intend to get rid of all these things on this dimension first before opening the next dimension. Okay, you never know, because once you get into the next ad, things get a little bit harder as well. Ah, there's a unique. Oh, there's a card as well. Yeah. So this is something I quite like. The if I play the story mode, I get all these things. So this is a rather narrow area, and nothing really a lot to shout about here. Okay, so that's all. So what do I have? I have something to modify my map. I have another splinter. I don't know what to do with it. I've got a card, which is nice. Okay, what is this one here? Ah man, you know, this game needs transmog, man. Okay, so what does they have? It has maximum life, fire resistant, cold resistant, whatever resistant. Well, there's a lot of resistance everywhere. Reduce movement speed. What on earth do I want to? Minus 45 physical damage taken when hit by animals. Reduce movement speed. Oh, reduce movement speed. Huh? Increase movement speed or reduce? I don't know, man. Increase speed. Okay, so I don't know whether it's a good thing or not. You guys let me know. You guys are the expert. I'm not. Okay, so I'm just loot and try to stay alive. That's my mantra. Has been serving me quite well though in this game. So I just need to bring myself to another game and I'll be happy. Ooh. Yeah. So sometimes things like this, right? When you're reckless and suddenly you walk right into the trap and 101 enemies just come and destroy you in one shot, kind of thing. Alright, so right. Okay, so that kind of explosion was from me, by the way. That's my lightning trap. Yeah, so you know, I really wish that this league kind of lasts a bit longer. What in the world is this, man?
Can I not have but a moment's respite?
Oh, hang on a sec. This is
I have
a really
nothing more to give.
rather fat, whatever it is, a bird or whatever. Come on, die. Alright, cool. Nothing drops. Sometimes it drops though. Sometimes it drops. Something drops. Okay, so I think it's towards the end of it. And like I said, I really like this build. I really wish that this league lasts a little bit longer. I mean, couldn't because there's quite a lot of things going on with my life as well, personal life, as well as the game-wise. There's always Hero of the Storm trying to get another mount for World of Warcraft. There's a map. Yeah. There's an event going on for the Hero of the Storm, by the way. My wife is waiting for me, as always. And the Marvel Hero also have a few things going on. They've changed, still changing a lot, so we'll see how it goes on that. So I'm kind of distracted quite a lot, even on this league. How much time I've played? 2 days, 14 hours, so it's 48 hours plus another 50, 60, 62 hours maybe, something like that. I can't really calculate right now when I'm when I'm playing this game. So it's nice. I wish I could have spent more time in playing this game. So to really see a true end game is so fun. The map itself, well, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I may continue this character in the standard, or maybe not. Maybe I'll just next league and I would do something about it. Alright, so thank you very much for watching. I have reached the high gate. Thanks for accompanying me in this video. And it's always fun to sort of interact with you all in YouTube. But yes, you are new players or you are veterans. Alright, see you next time. Goodbye.